Today we're gonna talk about how I started my YouTube vlog in 2018. First, I need some coffee. So, coffee's here and we can start. Since this is the first video I'm making, this would be also a little bit of an introductory video about myself. My name is Martin, and for the past 2 years I've been living in Germany, working as an automotive test engineer and also doing some photography and videography in my free time. Um, actually, those are going to be two of the main topics in this vlog, since yeah, that's pretty much the most important thing that's going on around me. It's learning new things about Germany, figuring out stuff around me because my German isn't that good and sometimes it's quite complicated. I will share these experiences with you. Hopefully, it will help also other foreigners in Germany, and as well some videography and photography things, uh, mainly related to automotive, since cars are a big passion for me. Um, yeah, about what's it like to be an automotive test engineer. I'm going to dedicate a full video on that, describing what actually it is and a little bit more details because most people don't know what an automotive test engineer does in general, and uh, I think it needs a bit of explanation. Yeah, as well, I have planned some events in the future that I will cover. I won't share anything right now, so be sure to subscribe to my channel and follow it to see. They're going to be really interesting. They're regarding cars, since yeah, Germany is the top place for cars in Europe, and they're going to be quite interesting, as well as some photography events. A lot of manufacturers for both cars and photography gear and stuff have this really cool events for the public here in Germany that you can participate, and I'm going to cover them in my next videos. So how did I decide to start my vlog? Well, it was just like that. I started. Nah, just joking. It was actually quite time consuming to make the whole entire decision to go with YouTube and vlogging. I wanted for a while to start something like that, whether it was a blog or a vlog, but I just wanted to share a little bit, actually not a little bit, like a lot. So I had two main problems when I was trying to decide how to approach this blog vlogging thing. First of all, I'm not much of a writer, so hence the lack of a blog. And with vlogging, I always had this problem of standing in front of a camera, speaking to myself. It was kind of intimidating at first, but I watched quite a lot of vlogs on YouTube, and at some point, I just said to myself, "Why not try it? Why not? What's the worst thing that can happen? Just grab my camera, put it on a tripod in front of me, and start recording. And yeah, we'll see what happens from now on." So if you guys have some tips or recommendations for me, leave them down in the comments. We'll see each other on my other videos, and if you like what I'm doing, don't forget to subscribe. Let's talk a little bit about my preparation before I started this. Okay, first of all, it was a brain game mostly that I had to come to terms with myself, that I have to stand in front of a camera, talk, etc. But then, after I decided that I would do it, I noticed that I don't have all the equipment that that I personally wanted to have before I start, so I can feel comfortable enough to stand in front of a camera. Uh, First of all, gear is not essential. It's really not essential. A lot of people use their smartphones or whatever. But since I already had a DSLR, what I wanted was a small tripod and Of course, a proper mic that I can put on top of my DSLR because the built-in one sucks really bad. So that's the things I really wanted to have. Bought the Joby Gorilla Pod and a Rhodes mic as well. So yeah, tell me about the quality of the audio, please. I really need some feedback on this if this mic is really good. Uh, then I came across another problem. Problem was with the lenses. The lenses I had were Nikon lenses. They are all AFS lenses, which means they have noisy autofocus. And for me, this is a no-go. Like the lens is standing just below the mic and everything is picked up by it. Basically, the video is ruined. So maybe I'm the first person to do this. I actually never had like the basic kit lens, the 18 to 55 millimeter lens that's provided by almost all manufacturers. But I'm the first person to buy this. I think never heard of a guy before doing this, or a girl or whatever, having multiple lenses and going and buying the basic kit lens. Actually, I told a couple of my friends that I bought the 1855 kit lens, and they were all like, "Are you crazy? Are you nuts? Why did you spend money on a kit lens?" So I explained the bonuses I get from this lens. Also, a really cool thing actually for this lens is I bought it for 90 bucks, brand new off of Amazon, 90 bucks. That's almost as much as the Joby tripod. Why I bought this kit lens? It's because of the new Nikon focus system. It's an AFP lens. That means the that means that the focus is silent. I barely can hear it, and actually I have to place my ear next to the lens itself to hear the autofocus. And also it's at least 2 or 3 times faster than the AFS series. I'm actually in love with this lens, and the focus ring is smooth as butter. Never seen something like that on a DX lens before. So yeah, that's in terms of gear what I got. It's not very sort of say expensive. I didn't want to go overboard like some people go, because in the end it doesn't really matter what gear you use as long as you feel comfortable with it. I use my old Nikon D 5300, so it's not top-notch DSLR or whatever, but it provides decent amount of quality for a video, and I'm pretty used to working with it, so it's making it even easier for me. By the way, I even made my intro. It's since this is the first episode, it has nothing to do with any theme I'm going to use, but it's related to topics, future topics. So check it out. So this was my intro. Let me know if you like it down in the comments. One more thing I wanted to talk about in today's video is actually why I chose to start my vlog in English. By now you should have figured out that English is not my native language, but I think it's the language in which I can reach the most people through YouTube. English is a widely spoken language. Also, I mean, I've been pretty much around English since I was very little. I watched a lot of English cartoons when I was little. Then I did half of my studies in high school in English. My bachelor thesis was fully in English. Master thesis was also full in English. And I've been working in English in the past 5 maybe years or something like that. So I'm quite confident in speaking in English, but I do know that my pronunciation at times is crappy. Please let me know. I want to improve that. And also another thing I noticed since I'm here in Germany and started learning German is that my pronunciation actually goes to the drain directly. I get confused and mix up while I speak fast German pronunciation and English pronunciation. And this is also a way for me to keep practicing my English and better it. And yeah, now you might say, you're working in English right now, isn't this practice enough? Well, no, because I work in a really international atmosphere. There are a lot of people, of course, many Germans and people from all over the world. Everyone has their different accent, and at some point I get lost in the accents, and I catch myself speaking at some moments like a true German would speak English. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and hope to see you soon on my other videos. Again, please, if you like what I'm doing or you have some recommendations, don't hesitate to leave a comment, to subscribe. I would be glad to hear from each and one of you, and I will do my best to respond to everyone. Also, if you have some questions regarding Germany and um, some topics related to living here, finding accommodation and stuff like that, leave a comment, and I will make sure to include it in the upcoming videos about general first things about Germany and uh, like dedicated topics as well. Thanks a lot and see ya.